box. With the 40 Premier, we get a charging adapter, a charging cable, and a nice plastic protective case. Tecno is still one of the very few brands giving out accessories, and I think they should be applauded for that. I also just want to say that this protective case is a really good one. For starters, it has this really nice feel to it. The texture is really nice. And then it's a good looking case. Like, this is a phone case that I wouldn't mind using. And then as a bonus, it actually matches the phone's design. Really nice case. So the design of the case matches the design of the phone. But as you've probably noticed already, the phone itself has fairly grey. And then yeah, it's, in my opinion, the better looking variant. I'm a big fan of this design. The huge camera module in the top middle of the phone, the orange line around the module, the placement of the flash and recording light, the matte finish they went with, big fan, open, flash snap, more on that later, and then a long press wakes up Ella, Tecno's voice assistant. What's cool is that you can remap this button with double press to do other things, like opening apps or opening the flashlight. It's remappable. The Camon 40 Premier has an IP68 and IP69 water and dust resistant rating. That's currently the highest IP rating available right now. Some flagships don't even have this rating yet, so to see that this one has it is actually kind of nice. Another really nice thing about 145K, its panel is AMOLED. Its refresh rate goes up to 144 Hz. It's also LTPO, so it's dynamic. It's really bright too, up to 1600 nits. And then it's protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 7i. These are not quite flagship level specs, but they're not far off. And considering this is a Tecno phone, I also watched a couple of movies, and as you would expect, the phone did a really good job. It's a good display. The only thing that I would say is maybe missing is the fact that the bezels are not symmetrical. If you look at the phone really quickly, you might think they are symmetrical, but yeah, they're not quite symmetrical, but it's close. Okay, so another in the rear and one in front. Every single one of those cameras are 50 megapixel sensors. Every single one. I went into this camera review expecting a solid 8, maybe even 9 from the cameras. And I think the phone did deliver. My favorite lens to use was the 3x periscope telephoto. The camera is really impressive. I really like that you have options with this phone. Like, you can actually decide to use any of the 4 cameras because they're all there. There are sometimes delays when switching between lenses, and then when you're zooming in or zooming out, it's jittery, not smooth. The good news though is that this is something that can be used. So fingers crossed they watch this video and push out an update. Okay, now let's go back to that orange button I told you about earlier. If you remember, I just try to like tap to switch the lens, it won't let you. I don't like that. But yeah, this is what the ultra-wide camera looks like. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Again, 4K, 30 FPS. Okay, so now this is the regular main camera. Again, shooting 4K 30 FPS. All cameras are shooting 4K 30 FPS, and then also all camera stabilization. I think that is really impressive. And then for like color, sharpness, and detail, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm going to switch now to the 3x telephoto lens. So yeah, let me think of that when I switch to that. Okay, so I'm shooting right now the 3x telephoto lens. Actually, this one, although it does seem to have stabilization, I wouldn't say it's the most stable. So if you're shooting in this mode, you probably want to use a tripod because yes, it is technically stable-ish, but yeah, not the best in terms of stabilization. But yeah, 4K 30 FPS, how does the quality look? So how is the audio been sounding? It uses the MediaTek Dimensity 8250 chipset. For phones available in this region, this is literally the best processor you can get for the price. It's great at the simple stuff, and also great at the more difficult stuff. Apps open quickly on here, multitasking is great too, and then gaming 5100 mAh battery. Under normal circumstances, that should easily last the whole day. But to confirm that, I did some tests. I streamed a movie on Prime Video for 1 hour, and the phone lost 9% of its battery. Doing the math, this phone should last for at least takes about 45 minutes to fully charge this phone from 0 to 100%. Now comparing to its predecessor, the 40 Premier is an upgrade, but strangely they also made some downgrades. The most noticeable downgrade is with the build quality. The 30 Premier came with half a terabyte of storage, while this comes with 256 gigs.